How you doing? You're joining me on the maiden voyage of my new Ultra, straight out the box. Factory settings. Just give it a go. What can go wrong? See you on the first one of note. Okay, right, like I said, it's on factory settings. Also got to add, I don't have the proper headphones that go with it. It's the first time I've used a machine without the dedicated headphones that go with it. So I'm not too sure if I'm losing bits and pieces. Anyway, straight out the box, factory settings. I'm in farthing field. I've been down halfway and back up this row halfway. It's taken me less than an hour. I've had a few bits of lead, a couple of bullets. Just learning where the sweet spot is on the coil and what tones are what. I've learned that don't dig anything under 19 on this field in these conditions, because it's either old bits of lead or it's just rubbish. Big lump of iron I found that nearly blew my ears off. Anyway, so we've come to the end of the row. I'm just about to move on to a different row, and I think we have the Ultra's first coin. It may be, it may not be. Oh, it's a bit rusty. Very, very, very thin. I mean, it's farthing field. It's been called farthing field for a reason. Let's give this a quick clean up, and if it's any good, I'll show you. I don't think we're going to get anything off of that, but we'll have a look. Well, I can see a bit of a legend on there, around the edge. I would say it's a farthing, it's the right size. It's very, very thin, so it's quite old, but there you go. That's the first coin. That side's toasted. I might have to do a bit of scrape and clean on that. We might get something off of that, you never know. Be interesting, wouldn't it? Something to look at anyway. First coin of the Ultra era. Brilliant. Could be a shotgun cap. Could be a thimble. Can we see it? Oh, it's a ring washer. It's tiny if it's a ring. Try and get it in focus. Stand up. Could be, you know. That'd be great, wouldn't it? let's give it a clean up. Let's not get excited. Give it a clean up. Is that a pattern? Give it a clean up, and we'll see if it's worth having a look at. Nice. What do we think? Nearly lost it. I think that's got definitely a pattern on it, isn't it? It's certainly got two lines around the top. I don't see why that would be the same for an olive or a washer. I expect the inside when I get indoors. I mean, I think that's a ring. Well, it's going in the decent finds section of the finds pouch anyway. How cool. Happy days. Have we got another coin? We have got another coin. Here we go. Who's that? I haven't got my eyes on. You can probably see better than me. Let's give it a clean. Hey. Oh, I'm pleased with that. At least 2 coins today. Happy days. Let's give it a clean. There we go. Is that 1887? Queen Vic. Hello, Mom. How are you? Happy days. Thrilled. Really happy. I'm nearly at the end of the row, and I'm stopping there. I've got about 20 foot to go. Happy with the Ultra. It's a bit skittish. I mean, it darts around all over the place, but like I said, it's on factory settings. I've got to learn how to do it. Now, I don't know if anyone recognises that. Answers on a postcard too. Look what's just come up. I'm excited. I am so excited. I've already changed my glasses. There's a bit of a pin left on it. Or is it tip or something left on it. Let's give that, is that in the focus? There we go, look at that. Let's give that a quick clean and see what that is, because that looks bloody exciting. Your first day out with your new machine, nailed on medieval mount with half the pin still on it. Come on then. That is going to clean up beautifully. Wow. Happy days, look at that. I mean, there's a gold dance, there's probably a silver dance. There should be a medieval dance, I think. Happy days, look at that, that's beautiful. Even the dogs in the distance agree. Fantastic. Good work, Ultra. Different day. Second time out with the Ultra. Very pleased with the first one. We found that lovely little mount, but that's kind of, as has been pointed out to me by somebody else, it's anyone would have found that if they'd gone over it. So it's not specific to the Ultra. It wasn't a great find just because of that machine. It was just lucky that I went over it, and it was really nice. The range of that is between, I don't know, it's between 3 and 4.5, 500 years old. So I can't really pinpoint it exactly, but it's a lovely thing. I'll put some photos at the end. It is really, really nice. It's cleaned up well, and I put some Artiseal on it, and it's, yeah, it looks really nice. I'm going to start on row 8, see what we find. I'll see you on the very first one. We've done quite a bit of row 8, a lot of can slaw and bits of lead and stuff like that. I'm still learning the machine, so you know, you don't know what to dig and what not to dig. There's the halfway mark there where I was stopping and go back on myself. I think we might have the first coin. Let's have a look. Coin or button? Coin or button? It's a coin. It's very, very smooth. I can feel it's very smooth. Can't see anything on that at all. Give it a quick clean, see if we can get anything off that whatsoever. But feeling it, it's very smooth. I would say it's doubtful. Might get a ghost of an image. Let's have a quick look. In certain lights you can just about make out the ghost of our Queen Vic. She is on there, very young Queen Vic, so I would have said that's a Queen Vic halfpenny. Possibly worn down into a love token. Britannia on, oh look, can you see her? Trust me, she's there. We can have a look back at the ranch, see if we can get a date off it. But there you go. First coin of the day. Happy days. Just had a little button up, which I wasn't going to bother with. I mean, it's quite dull and boring. Plain, nothing on it. Yeah, it's still got its loop. That's quite rare, isn't it? I could put that straight on my cardie. Lovely. Right, we're about halfway through our search. I've done half of row 8 and row 7, and apart from that one Victoria coin, they've not given me much. Row 7 hasn't given me anything apart from a little bit of lead. So we've come to right in the middle of the field. We're going to do row 20, and we're going to do the B side. So not the first half, the second half, which is going to be called row 20B. We're going to do that now with the Simplex Plus. I never got much at the middle of this field, so let's see if the Ultra can do anything. Let's just see. That's all we can do. Let's have a go. At long last, we have another coin. In the spirit of transparency, I have already picked it up, and it looks in quite a good nick. We're going to give it a quick clean up. Rung up on a 29 on the Ultra, nearly blew my ears off. I mean, it's been a long time coming. Today it's been a bit of a struggle, lots and lots of lead today. I'm still learning what to dig and what not to dig, obviously, but this was a firm 29. We'll give it a quick clean. Don't ever listen to me when I say things are in good nick. I mean, it's toast. Absolute rubbish. No idea. We'll have a look back at the ranch, but really can't promise anything. Dear oh dear oh dear. last few swings as I'm heading home. We've got another one. It's very, very thin. It's another one of those we're not going to be able to read. Let's give it, put it in the sun. Let's give it a quick clean. I don't expect much from that. Find some sunshine. Definitely not a chance. Another coin, it all counts. But not looking likely, is it? Okay, so this is Farthingfield, and that's our point of reference. So I've kind of done these bits down here. That's where I've started. First time's out with the Ultra, so been out twice so far. The obligatory bits and pieces, nothing much to, yeah. Buttons, oh yes, yeah, we've got a few buttons. I've taken advice on this now. The general consensus is that it's an olive of some kind. Bit of a tractor. I'm not totally convinced. I think it's very, very thick for something like that. But I bow to those whose knowledge is greater than mine. More importantly, who is a plumber. So, okay, right, we take that. Coins over the past 2 days, or the 2 visits that we went out on. A couple of Ghost Victorias, a couple of Cruds, a couple of Grots. Nothing really exciting. This little beauty, I'm very, very happy with. Filigree lozenge mount, between 1600 and 1700, quite possibly. Blacksmiths would have knocked these out, you know, 10 a penny. Blacksmiths didn't spend all day making swords and armouring and things like that because people couldn't afford them. Most peasants carried a knife and that was about it, really, to be quite honest. So these things were the blacksmith's bread and butter. They would, I mean, this is filigree, so this is made from twisting bits of metal together and then fashioning it into the lozenge shape. But other ones, they used to just use moulds, pour it all in there, and they were mass producing, really. Every bit of belt, every purse strap, every shoe, to some extent, had some kind of decoration on it at some point. So they were knocking them out 10 to the dozen, and that was that's what kept the wolf from the door, so to speak. I mean, they did obviously make the swords and everything like that. They were more famous for actually making the tools that maintained the swords. I mean, they were going to be making swords every now and then, but people couldn't afford them unless a knight came along, or you were associated to a castle or a specific knight. You were their smith. Most normal standard smiths from the average village didn't really go in for all the weaponry. They were making tools and repairing the tools that the guys already had. So that's a lozenge filigree mount between 16 and 1700. Very nice. Now this didn't even make it onto the film for the simple reason that when it came out like that, I thought, what on earth? I didn't really think anything of it. I think I what 3-worded it, and that was about it. And it wasn't until I got home, cleaned it up, and looked on the other side. So I'm trying to show you as best I can. It really is quite decorated. It's all floral. I'm trying to find the right light. Does that help? I think it's maybe a rabbit, maybe at the back end of something or another. I'm not too sure what it is, but I reckon that's probably a little bit older than the filigree brooch. So I'm happy with that. That's quite nice. I what 3-worded it, so I can go back and maybe one day have a look for the other half. So all in all, first 2 days out with the Ultra, I think have been a success. Watch this space. We'll be back on the next journey and see what we can find and see what we can discover then. Until then, I'll see you on the next one. Have fun. Mind how you go.